Hi, today we're going to work on the homework part of lesson 11-5. We're going to be working on pages 639 and 640 in your math book. And this time we are still using 10 less than a number, but this time we're going to be using mental math. We're going to be imagining in our heads what it would look like on the chart. So, at the top, it gives us the directions one more time. It says you can mentally subtract 10 from any number. So if we start at 72 and we take away 10, imagine moving up one row on a 100 chart. So here we have 72. Now if we move up, the 2 1 stays the same, doesn't it? It's the 10s that are going to change. So instead of 72, it's going to be 62. Over here it says, or subtract 1 from the tens digit. Since the 7 is in the tens, we'll take 7 minus 1 gives us 6 tens. So we have 6 in the tens. The 2 stays the same for 62. All right, go ahead and do numbers 1 through 6 on page 639. And then all the way to number 15 on page 640. Then go ahead and turn the video back on and we'll check your answers. All right, so when we do this, it says use mental math to solve. I am going to be changing the tens column only. The ones are going to stay the same. So 1 less than 8 would give me 7 tens. 5 ones stay the same, 75. 37 minus 10, 1 less than 3 is 2. The 7 stays the same, 27. 59, 1 less than 5 is 4. The 9 stays the same, 49. 41 minus 10, the 4, 1 less than 4 is 3. The 1 stays the same. 75, 1 less than 7 is 6. The 5 stays the same. This one's interesting. 16 minus 10. 1 less than 1 is 0. So no 10s. The 6 stays the same. So 16 take away 10 is 6. Let's look on the back. 29 minus 10, 1 10, 9 ones. 14 take away 10. 1 less than 1 is 0, so we're left with just 4 ones. 28 take away 10, 1 10, 8 ones. 1 less than 2. 45, 1 less than 4 is 3. 5 1 stays the same, 35. 78 take away 10. 1 less than 7 is 6. The 8 stays the same, 68. 13 take away 10. 1 less than 1 is 0, so no 10s. The 3 stays the same, so 3. Now this one is kind of doing the same thing, except they've got the plus sign there, so we have to think of what's smaller. So if we're going to add 10 to this number, this is going to be smaller than this number, isn't it? So what would be 10 less than 50? We're going to take 1 away from this 10, so we're going to have 4 and then 0 ones. So now I have the smaller number plus 10 gives me 50. That one was very confusing. This one, what do we have to take away from 50 to get to 40? How many 10s are missing? Okay, what's the difference between 5 and 4? Just 1 10. So 50 take away 10 equals 40. Now this one actually is set up the same way that we've been practicing. 70 take away 10. 1 less than 7 is 6. The 0 stays the same, 60. Those are kind of tricky. Number 14. Choose two numbers from the list below and write them on the correct lines to make the equation true. Wow. So we have to look. The ones are going to stay the same. So I have a couple 5s, so these may work. See how the ones are in the same number? I don't have any other 4, so 34 isn't going to work for me. I don't have another 8 in the ones column, so that one can't work. And the 72, I don't have any 2s. So since I'm subtracting 10, I know the ones are going to stay the same. So what number minus 10 will give me another one? If I take 25 minus 10, that's going to become a 1, and that's going to be 15. I don't have a 15. Okay, 45 minus 10, that's going to be a 3. I don't have a 35. 55 minus 10, that's going to become a 4. I do have a 45. So right here, 55 is our biggest number, so that's what we're going to start with since it's takeaway. 55 minus 10 gives me the number 45. Now that one was tricky. You just kind of have to play with each number and see what will work here with that takeaway 10. You just kind of have to mess around with it until you find the two numbers that work. Number 15. John has 77 buttons. He uses 10 of them to make a picture frame. How many buttons does John have left? Write and solve the equation for this story. So what did he start with? 77. He uses 10 of them, which means we're taking away 10 of the buttons. What does he have left? 1 less than 7 is 6. The 7 ones stay the same. So he now has 67 buttons. All right, please check all your answers. If you have any questions about them, please check with your teacher. Send a picture of this page to your teacher and have a wonderful day.